Hi everybody, and welcome to Once Upon a Scarf. This channel celebrates the art of the vintage scarf, from luxury silks to bandanas. Each episode, we zoom in close to the wonderful stories they tell. Today's scarf is a myth buster. When I first saw it up for sale on eBay for a whopping £8, $10, I knew it was old, dating to at least the 1950s, and that it related to World War II. We see soldiers, huge parachute canopies, and military insignia. It attracted me because it was unusual, but back when I bought it, I had no idea that it reveals a story of incredible bravery, sacrifice to country, and honor that goes way beyond the usual wheelhouse of silk scarves into the realm of legend. A little research revealed that it was made in honor of the Free French SAS fighting force, who, together with their British and eventually American allies, fought the Nazis bitterly on home and foreign soil, with many individuals paying the ultimate price. And this scarf is doubly poignant, since so few of us Americans, at least, are aware of this particular fighting force's heroism. Our image of the French in World War II tends to be one of surrender, capitulation, and 1,000 jokes have been told to reinforce that unpleasant stereotype. This scarf sticks a sharp bayonet into that meme. Come with me now into the mythical history of the SAS Special Forces, who are unwilling to go down without a fight. Fashion people, I invite you to stick around. The story is fascinating. Military people, hang with me here. I think I'm able to do the story justice. I'm the author of 2 classic books on vintage fashion, Secondhand Chic and It's Vintage Darling. I'm a huge fan of the luxury, affordability, and historical record left by great vintage scarves. I'm so happy to share what I know with you. Yes, I'm a style rather than a military historian, but I love stories of triumph over evil as much as the next human being. This one is a doozy. London's Imperial War Museum was kind enough to confirm that this scarf likely dates to the post-war period, meaning early 1950s, and it would have been worn to commemorate the incredible feats of this little-known unit. In a nutshell, the SAS Special Air Service was a fighting force dreamed up by British Major David Stirling in Egypt. As the German commander Erwin Rommel was running roughshod over Allied defenses along the North African coastline, Stirling reasoned that a small, mobile, highly fit, and unfeasibly brave team of commandos could attack German air bases from the Sahara Desert rather than the Mediterranean Sea, destroying enemy equipment and fuel dumps, and then vanishing back into the sands. Their mandate was raise havoc, destroy transport, and sink enemy morale. These teams were initially meant to parachute into position, and the training was very basic indeed. This kind of fighting force was brand new to the traditional military, and it attracted a very special kind of soldier, one able to withstand long marches through desert sands, willing to infiltrate enemy camps without hesitation, possessing a certain ingenuity and flair with explosives, and most of all, having the ability to withstand the threat of instant execution if captured, no questions asked, under the express orders of Hitler. Talk about badass. These men were the originals. In 1940, Charles de Gaulle, the leader of the Free French forces, who were willing to fight the Nazis to the death on French soil and elsewhere, signed into existence a French SAS detachment of paratroopers. These men trained and fought alongside their British colleagues and were instrumental in beating back the Nazis in North Africa, Crete, and finally on home ground. This scarf is in tribute to those French soldiers. It shows paratroops plummeting to earth, and in a lovely meta touch, I'm pretty sure it's printed on parachute silk. Front and center is a medal known as the Order of Liberation. This was awarded to heroes of the liberation of France during World War II. It is a very high honor. In it, we see the Cross of Lorraine, the symbol of the Free French forces, with a black and green ribbon, representing mourning and hope. In the corners are the insignia of the SAS Brethren, an Excalibur sword surrounded by flames, representing the ancient heritage of England triumphant. Here and here and here are the parachute wings of the British and Free French divisions. The SAS motto appears here in French, Qui ose gagne, which translates to Who dares wins. This is still the motto of the SAS Special Forces today. Let's consider the color of the border. It's the reddish maroon of paratroop berets. In fact, German fighters came to refer to the Allied parachute brigade as Rote Teufel, Red Devils, after this maroon headgear. Most poignantly for me, here is printed an extract of a letter Charles de Gaulle wrote in 1953 in tribute to the French SAS contribution. Translated, it reads, "The goal was achieved, the victory won. Now let the human frailties return. They look at the sky without turning pale, and the earth without blushing." The last line puzzled me at first. Looking at the sky without turning pale. Sure, I get that. It means being completely willing to get up there in a rickety airplane while people are shooting at you, and getting back down, trusting your life to 8 meters or so of cobweb-thin silk. But to look at the ground without blushing. Then I understood. Unlike so many of their leaders and countrymen, who had capitulated to the Nazis and surrendered their land, these SAS men could regard the ground beneath their feet, knowing they had fought, bled, and died to regain it. They could look at their patch of earth without blushing. Wow. And that's today's scarf story. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more.